We've also embarked on the retooling of science laboratories, physics, chemistry, and biology of 180 selected senior high schools. Our commitment to the growth of the creative arts industry is also evident through the ongoing construction of the very first senior high school in Ghana dedicated solely to the industry, in Kwadaso in Kumasi in the Ashanti region. It is currently 70% complete and ready to admit first-year students. For me, there could be no more fitting place for the siting of the first of many such edifices than the ancient, vibrant city of Kumasi, famed for its rich pedigree of culture, music, dance, folklore, and drama. Government intends to construct more of such schools across the country so that young people from every nook and cranny can gain access to this kind of specialized education to improve and hone their skills in the creative arts. Ladies and gentlemen, I came into office at a time when between 2013 and 2016, we had the unfortunate situation in our country where on the average, 100,000 children every year who passed the BECE could not take their places in senior high schools because they could not afford the fees, even though they had the qualifications. If this situation had persisted for a decade, 1 million children would have dropped out of school at the level of junior high school, an unacceptable outcome for any nation in the 21st century. It would have been too dangerous for Ghana's stability, as we would have been building a future of hopelessness for our youth. Such a situation was intolerable, and my party and I were determined to end it. That is one of the principal reasons for the introduction of the free senior high school policy in September 2017, 8 months after I had taken office. Access under the policy has gone from a population of 830,000 when I took office to one of 1.4 million today. Which means that in effect, we've been able to catch and retain the annual 100,000 dropouts within the educational system. This has been a commendable development for the nation and for the young people involved. Furthermore, the results of each batch of the graduates, whom with your indulgence, I call the Akufo-Addo graduates, have surpassed those chalked in 2016 prior to my assumption of office. Quality, despite the increased enrollment figures, which as I have said now stands at some 1.4 million students, has not declined. On the contrary, it has improved. And I want to use this opportunity to thank you warmly, members of CHAS, for the impressive results seen in the West African Senior High School examinations since the commencement of the free senior high school policy in September 2017. The 2022 WACC results of the third batch of the Akufo-Addo graduates shows 60.39% of students recording A1 to C6 in English, as opposed to 51.6% in 2016. 62.45% recording A1 to C6 in integrated science in 2022, as opposed to 48.35% in 2016, with the 2022 result being a slight regression from the 2021 pass rate of 65.7%. 61.39%, recording A1 to C6 in mathematics, as compared to 33.12% in 2016, and 71.51%, recording A1 to C6 in social studies, as compared to 54.55% in 2016. Lest we forget, the 2021 batch of students, who also obtained very commendable results, were the pioneers of the double-track system, which elicited a lot of unmerited vilification and unfounded criticism on its introduction. The 2022 results are the best of the last 8 years. Surely, there can no longer be any controversy about the validity of the free SHS policy and its consequential measures. Ladies and gentlemen, over the past 4 years, government's commitment to expanding higher education has borne fruit, with the establishment of new institutions catering to a diverse range of academic disciplines. These institutions are strategically located to ensure equitable access to higher education opportunities for students from all regions of the country. Among the proposed universities are the University of Engineering and Applied Sciences in Akrode, in the Ahafo region, Mampong University in the Ashanti region, and Bonsu University in the Eastern region. Additionally, the University of Health, Culture and Life Sciences in Kintampo in the Bono East region, formed through the merger of the Kintampo College of Health and Well-being and the Kintampo Research Institute, stands as a testament to our dedication to fostering excellence in education. These new universities are expected not only to provide high-quality education, but also stimulate economic growth and development in their respective regions. They will serve as hubs for collaboration between academia and industry, creating a dynamic environment for learning and innovation. Furthermore, our no-guarantor policy under the Student Loan Trust Fund is breaking down financial barriers for students seeking higher education. By eliminating the requirement for a guarantor, we empower students from economically disadvantaged backgrounds to pursue their educational aspirations without undue financial burden. To align tertiary education with the needs of the job market, government has created partnerships between tertiary institutions and industries. These collaborations provide students with practical training, internships, and research opportunities, ensuring they graduate with both theoretical knowledge and practical skills that are directly applicable in their chosen fields. In our pursuit of excellence, we uphold rigorous quality assurance standards for tertiary institutions. Robust accreditation processes have been put in place to ensure that all institutions meet predefined benchmarks for academic excellence, infrastructure, and faculty qualifications. Members of CHAS, the welfare of our educators continues to be a priority for my government. Government remains committed to our teacher-first policy in ensuring that our teachers, who are central to all education reforms, are fully tooled, skilled, and supported to deliver quality learning outcomes to support our development aspirations. We will continue to work tirelessly to improve the conditions in which they teach and to provide continuous opportunities for their professional growth, like we have done through raising the minimum requirement for a teacher to teach in our schools from a diploma to a degree, upgrading colleges of education into degree-awarding institutions, introducing the 1,200 CD continuous professional development allowance, paying an intervention allowance amounting to 65 million CDs for senior high school teachers for the 2022-2023 academic year, implementing categories 2 and 3 allowances for district and regional directors of education, and ensuring a 30% salary increase for all teachers in 2023. Throughout my time in office as president, I focused on helping to transform teaching into an attractive and esteemed profession that draws the best and brightest talents while retaining experienced educators who have dedicated their lives to this noble cause. Before I conclude, it is important to state that no government in the history of the Fourth Republic has done more for the growth of the education system than the Akufo-Addo government. And the numbers back this claim. The total allocation to the education sector since I came into office in 2017 is 114 billion 500 million 612,135 CDs, of which 12 billion 961 million 284,558 CDs has been spent on senior high schools. At the senior high school level alone, of which there are 925 schools, we have initiated a total of 1,105 projects, including accommodation, teaching and learning related projects from 2017 till date. Out of this total, 406 are classroom blocks of various types, science laboratories and home economic blocks. 386 are dormitory blocks. 233 are toilet facilities, with 9 newly constructed model STEM senior high schools spread around the country. 280,000 laptops for teachers, 350 buses, 840 pickup vehicles, 1,500 motorbicycles, and 667,470 pieces of furniture have been distributed since 2017. 450,000 tablets in the one tablet, one student policy will also be distributed very soon. Ladies and gentlemen, together with you, members of CHAS, the Akufo-Addo government is shaping the future of education in Ghana for excellence in its outcomes. This is not just a project, it is a movement, a transformation, and a promise for a brighter, digitally empowered tomorrow. I express my deepest gratitude to all stakeholders, educators, parents and communities who have contributed to this wonderful journey. Together, we are indeed shaping a brighter future for Mother Ghana, where the Ghanaian people will witness a flowering of Ghanaian civilization, which will ensure that every Ghanaian child no matter their economic, ethnic, gender, regional, or religious background, will have ready access to quality education comparable to anywhere in the world. The Black Star is going to sparkle. And I have to crave your indulgence for this long speech. There are people going around telling the people of Ghana that I have done nothing in the 7 years in which I came to office. I thought this was a good opportunity for me to set the record straight. Accordingly, I declare the 61st Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary Schools CHAS duly open. May God bless us all in our homeland Ghana and make her great and strong. I thank you for your attention.
Let's give His Excellency a very huge round of applause. The message has gone down very, 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 very well. So our president will thank you specially and give you a take-home assignment, and we take it up from there. Reverend Father, you are most welcome.
Thank you very much, Honorable Secretary. It is true, and I quote, "Ka opani jariya ne isuo asa." But this time around, opani eje nsuo kakra obaka titin kwai de bedware. I've sought permission from His Excellency to make a few remarks, and he graciously granted it. CHAS. The future in our hands. CHAS. The future in our hands. I like that. Thank you very much. So, Chair, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, President of the Republic of Ghana, Nime Name, our revered traditional rulers, the Honorable Minister for Education, Ministers of State present, Director General of Ghana Education Service, Directors of Education from the headquarters, the Honorable Guest Speaker, past executives and retired members of CHAS here present, Honorable Members of Parliament, esteemed colleague CHAS members, the clergy, heads of other institutions here present, distinguished invited guests, my dear students, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen. Today marks the 61st anniversary of our noble association, Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary School, CHAS, in short. And I stand before you with profound sense of privilege and responsibility as the president of CHAS to address this distinguished gathering as we gather under the theme, ensuring quality education in the free senior high school system in the midst of resource scarcity, a shared responsibility. It is also with great pleasure that I extend to you all my warmest regards of welcome and felicitations. We are very happy to have you here with us today on this special occasion. Nietzsche, we members of CHAS are very grateful to God for His blessings and providence throughout the year, and it is our divine obligation and moral duty to give thanks to Him, because as captains of the various ships of our schools, we, by the grace of God, have been able to sail through to the shore amidst the tides and the turbulence of the storms of various forms of challenges and setbacks. Distinguished invited guests, over the past 1 year, we have lost some of our members in the course of their duties, and I wish to take this solemn occasion as we reflect on our work as heads of institutions to express the condolences of the entire membership of CHAS to the families of our departed colleagues. May their beautiful souls rest peacefully in the Lord. Nime, Name Chairman. The annual gathering of CHAS is basically to bring together the finest educational leaders from across our nation, united by a common purpose to share ideas of best practices as school leaders in our bid to achieve excellence in the education delivery at the senior high school level. As we gather here today, we find ourselves at a unique juncture in the history of education in Ghana. Yes, though the challenges we face today may be daunting, we are, however, confident that the opportunities that are before us are equally boundless. Our roles as heads of senior high schools in this country is very critical in shaping the future of our students, our country, and the world at large. It is for these reasons, and most importantly, on such rare occasions, that our professional ideas and contributions to the development of education in Ghana must be welcomed and given the needed attention for the purposes of shaping the free senior high school policy. One cannot dispute the reality that the free senior high school policy is a very good initiative that has served as a springboard for the less privileged youth of this country to have secondary education. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, CHAS, in all sincerity, acknowledges the commitment and the extensive contributions by government to resource senior high technical schools in this country. We particularly appreciate the unwavering efforts by the government to sustain the free senior high school policy, which, as I have already indicated, has given the Ghanaian child access to senior high school education, taking away some obstacles that might have confronted some parents to send their children to senior high schools. Mention could be made of the impressive provision of some classrooms and dormitory infrastructure, furniture, teaching and learning equipment and vehicles, though many more is still needed to address the huge infrastructure needs of our schools. It is our strongest belief that government will pursue a rigorous agenda in improving the infrastructure needs of our schools. We also appreciate the roles by all other stakeholders, particularly our gallant teachers, the alumni of our schools, parents association, corporate organizations, private individuals who have, over the years, supported the management of education at the senior high school level. We are indeed very grateful to the Honorable Minister for Education for his constant engagement with leadership of CHAS. I must emphasize and state that every meeting with the Honorable Minister has always granted us the opportunity to put forth all our challenges for appropriate solutions. It is also important to know, Nietzsche, that the open and frank manner with which the Honorable Minister deals with us has been very encouraging and remarkable. This has spurred us on even in our stressful and difficult moments as school leaders. Ladies and gentlemen, Permit me to mention the enormous support we have received from our hardworking Director General, Dr. Eric Nkansa, and his team of directors. We have particularly observed with admiration the respect and the humility with which he discusses pertinent issues that border on our work. He is always available and ready to take up Charles issues with the needed urgency to the appropriate quarters. We are grateful. Nietzsche, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the above notwithstanding, I want all of you to relax and listen. As human institution, managing the largest human resource in this country, we cannot pretend that all is well with our profession as leaders of senior high school in this country. It is therefore very significant to highlight some important concerns from the rank and file of the membership of CHAS for expeditious consideration and action. For more effective and efficient management of our schools, and to do more than the indicators are showing, as His Excellency just presented, it is our wish that management, and for that matter all authorities in the management of education, will take the following concerns which have made management of our schools a bit challenging and get them addressed conclusively. Charles Nime. Charles Ni Chairman is concerned about the increasing rates of indiscipline that have bedeviled most of our senior high schools of late. Some of these misconducts, such as hooliganism, bullying, occultism, smoking, drug abuse, to mention a few, have their roots, we have detected, in the homes and communities of the corporates. While we acknowledge the recently approved code of conduct for students in senior high schools, Charles is of the view that the heads of these institutions must be given some discretionary powers to handle more serious issues at the level of the Board of Governors. This, we believe, will efficiently and in a fast manner fast-track justice delivery in our schools. We therefore call on all stakeholders of education to support the schools to help mold these young ones for a brighter future. Nietzsche, our schools are currently not financially resourced enough to enable us carry out very important recurring activities. As a matter of fact, routine maintenance works such as plumbing, masonry, carpentry, electrical works, painting, running vehicles, and the servicing of some equipment in our offices, among others, have become very difficult to undertake. It is in fact very stressful as heads as we look on hopelessly and helplessly as these facilities fall apart due to inadequate funds to maintain them. In addition to that, there are delays in the supply of school uniforms to newly admitted students, and this creates a cover for some students to misbehave. The provision of uniforms to our students goes a long way to help the schools and the public to identify students who engage in disciplinary acts. We are therefore appealing to management to urgently address the problem of late supply of school uniforms to our fresh students. Ladies and gentlemen, The conduct of our internal examinations has become highly costly, and most schools find it difficult to carry out this exercise of assessing students with ease. Therefore, monies for end of semester examinations must be increased. Nature, we commend management for releasing funds for the conduct of WASI practicals. Moreover, we wish to request that subsequent releases for the conduct of practicals should meet the total cost of practicals. The practice of schools resorting to credit facilities to meet the requirements for practical examinations should be avoided at all costs. To sum it all, nature, schools have to be strongly positioned financially to let things happen the way they should, so that we could achieve our set goals. We are, as usual, urging management to ensure timely release of the entire funding of the schools to make our work less stressful. Monies allocated for all activities must be increased significantly to meet the current market prices of goods and services. This will help to provide our students with required resources for their educational needs. CHAS also passionately wish to reiterate our plea to management to allow the various schools procure the food items to feed the students. In each year, this has been our holy and unblemished request from CHAS for a couple of years now. This has become necessary because of how at times some suppliers disappoint us in delivering some food items on time and in time for varied reasons. We are of firm belief that procuring the food items by ourselves from our traditional suppliers will curb the acute shortages of food items in our schools and also reduce the logistical and operational challenges that come with it. Nature, this is worthy to know that it takes significant amount of efforts, money, and resources to operate students, to prepare students for the National Science and Math Quiz competitions, sporting activities, cultural and other co-curricular activities. CHAS is therefore expecting timely and prompt release of funds to schools so as to not to extinguish the great potential some of our students possess in this discipline. Nature, as principals, as school heads, we are obliged to advocate for the resources our schools need, because adequate funding, availability of infrastructure, and staff development are essential components of a thriving school system. We should therefore continue to engage with policymakers, management of GES, parents, and other stakeholders to ensure that these needs are met in the face of ongoing global challenges. We have been tasked to prepare our students for an ever-changing world. This means that we cannot but embrace innovation of pedagogy and curriculum development. We must equip ourselves to be able to lead the way in fostering critical thinking, creativity, and adaptability. But let us not forget that our responsibility extends beyond academics. We must create inclusive and safe learning environments where every student feels valued and supported. In a country as diverse as Ghana, our schools must integrate our differences and promote unity, tolerance, and understanding. Furthermore, the importance of collaboration cannot be overstated. The proverbial African saying, "It takes a village to raise a child," holds very true in education. Let us work together, share best practices, and learn from one another's experiences. By doing so, we can elevate the quality of education across the nation. In conclusion, New Chairman, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we members of CHAS are so grateful to His Excellency the President for gracing this occasion. I've never seen a president in my 11 years of a high school leader visiting and gracing occasion of CHAS. This is the first time. As stewards of Ghana's future, we are so grateful to you. Our actions today will always resonate through generations to come. We are ready to approach our roles with dedication, passion, and commitment to excellence. We therefore expect the Ministry for Education, Management, and other stakeholders to support us in what we are doing. Thank you, and our collective efforts lead to a transformative journey in education for Ghana. CHAS! CHAS! The future in our hands. Thank you very much.